Hello, everybody. So here we are at another portal of the eclipses that is beginning today, the 25th of March, with the penumbral eclipse, lunar eclipse, which is a full moon in Libra, and will end on the 8th of April with a total solar eclipse in Aries. So here it's very interesting because we have the two signs, the same signs in which the moon nodes are. Yeah, of course, for those who are not very into astrology, this is very astronomically normal because eclipses are always connected to the moon nodes. Yeah. So here we have the beginning in Libra and the end in Aries. So first, I would like to say something because I'm watching reactions about articles about eclipses, seasons, and all this kind of stuff. And sometimes there are pretty creepy interpretations that really, I think they can also create some bad expectations and, creating some knots also, energetic knots, because it looks like that always the couple of weeks of the eclipses portals are very black, very dark, very painful. It doesn't have to be like that. I mean, we are influenced, and of course we can be more or less impacted also depending on our birth chart. For example, the first eclipse, which is today's eclipse, can impact more the cardinal signs, so Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn, that have planets in our birth charts in these four signs from 2 to 8 degrees, more or less, okay? While the second eclipse, the solar one on the 8th of April, can impact more always these cardinal signs which have planets between 16 and 22 of Aries, or the other three signs that I mentioned. So yeah, we can be more or less impacted, can be more open, or maybe more structured and be more resilient and resist more and not feeling that much effect. But what makes a lot of difference is our mind here. So if we believe that it will be a couple of very intense and painful weeks, it will be like that. So I think it's useful to see it as a very, very important and precious opportunity. To do what? So we are again in the axis of relationship with Libra and Aries. So at the beginning, which is today, and the next couple of weeks, we have this Libra shadow side being the south node in Libra, so our karma, our past. So there can be an oscillating energy between our past and what we want to, where we want to move to. And again, let's stay in the comfort zone. And again, also a sort of pain, or this energy of, I'm sad, I'm grieving for something that has been lost forever. So pay attention to what you feel that, oh my God, is lost. And so also part of me is not there anymore, or cannot be happy. It can be a situation, it can be a person. So we have to be aware in this moment of our mistakes, of maybe defining ourselves through another person, through another situation. And yeah, and we can, yeah, also get a bit stuck in this looking backwards. And oh, realizing how much attachment there was to this person, to this situation. But the other pole of this eclipses portal is Aries, and is also very interesting, the Chandra symbol that is connected to this new moon in Aries, which is an empty courtyard. So I think that it's really important. A passage that has to happen here, as far as I see it, is from togetherness to enlightened loneliness. That doesn't mean we have to stay alone and to just send people away. But also, I think that the best way, especially the second part of this portal, so from the beginning of April, because also Mercury is turning retrograde on the 2nd of April too, so creating this more introverted energy. Best way to use this energy is to make to have some special time with ourselves, to really try not to have two full lives, to fill up our lives with everything or with a lot of things, but keeping an empty space. So it's like staying with us in a spacious way and connecting to that warrior energy, to that Mars energy, to begin a new cycle, because we will have a new moon on the 8th of April, ending the eclipses portal. That asks really us to connect to our strength, to our energy. Also, on the 6th of April, also Venus will move into Aries. So it's very interesting because it's the sign of detriment of Venus. Venus is happy in Libra. Not so happy usually in Aries, but it's really helping us to move from a more, as I said, when the moon nodes moved to Aries Libra last July, after 1.5 years in Taurus Scorpio. So it's like if what started last, I think it was the 17th of July that there was this moon nodes shift into Aries Libra. It's like if of this 1.5 year cycle, this is the apex. This moon nodes, these two eclipses, is the apex of that moment. So what does it mean? In a nutshell, it's really learning to get out of the comfort zone in relationships, to get attached, to be defined by the other person, to betray ourselves in order not to stay alone, and being able really to stay and to live relationship from a space not of need, but from a place and a space of empowerment. So the other one is not my crutch anymore, but we are two people on a journey that cross, sometimes meet, melt together, and then they have their lives and then meet again, but they are empowering each other. So the relationship comes out from a space of mutual empowerment and mutual growth. So that's the main thing I want to talk about. Yeah. So I wish you a wonderful eclipses portal. Enjoy.